That does.
That'll do it.
That's part of. All right, let's see. Uno mas.
Oh, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a Clash of the Titans battle right now. Jund
So
versus Abzan.
I feel slightly bad because I'm not 100% sure if Justin was the one on Jun or Christopher was the one on Jun.
Oh,
So I put it with. I'm pretty sure it was like this, but I'm only like a 77% sure that this was correct. Because I did play against Justin.
okay.
Or I did play against the Jun player.
Okay.
I don't remember if his name was...
Okay.
So I'm doing this under that assumption, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But they're also... So Christopher and Justin are players that did come to the shop together to play.
Wow.
So they were like, oh, of course we have to battle in the last round.
Naturally.
You know. It's always great when you have a group of people that do play Magic together. I mean, that's kind of a main reason why I drag Brett back in to Magic, so I can have someone to play Magic with.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, never actually try to leave.
Never actually try. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's a trap.
It feels really bad when, like...
You get rid of all your stuff.
You get rid of all your cards, and then, like, you come back in a couple years later, and you're like... Man, I remember when I had those cards.
I wish I still had those.
Yeah.
So matchup favors Abzan, and there's a card that you really like.
Oh yeah, Lingering Souls.
That's exactly it.
Yep.
So that's a big reason why, is because, hey, we can get gummed up on the ground for a little bit. Oh, we're going to do these Planeswalker battles. We'll both have Lily, stuff like that. But guess what? I can actually threaten your Planeswalker. I can threaten your life total because I can just fly right over top of you.
True.
Mostly tabletop, but some of them do standard.
I think...
Siege Rhinos. That's true. So if it is like the bigger Abzan stuff, the top end for some of those lists do run like 2 Rhinos from time to time. Some lists decide they're going to go a little bit quicker, and they're not going to worry about it, but... So if you were playing Abzan, would you run... Rhino, yes or no? So we already know you're going to be running Abzan because you like Lingering Souls, you like Path to Exile, but do you like the Rhino, like 1 to 2 on the top end?
I think Rhino's fine.
Okay.
I mean, if you're not running Rhino, you have to run something that has that's big on the top end, and I don't know what else you would run that has the utility like the Rhino has. You know, being able to drain your opponent for 3 and still have... It's a 4-5?
4-5.
A 4-5 with trample. I mean, I think you... just like Pop-Pop says, you absolutely have to.
Absolutely, yes.
I am sad that it doesn't see a lot of play, but I can understand why. So, Inquisition of Kozilek's going to hit our Jund player, and we see a Kolaghan's Command, an Inquisition of his own. Is that a Dismember?
Kolaghan's Inquisition. That looks like it might be a Fatal Push on the far end.
A Fatal Push,
and then 4 lands.
Yeah, that's a really removal heavy hand.
Yeah.
And not any creatures to back it up.
Well, I guess, maybe he was thinking, alright, I'll Inquisition you, which Christopher could just be like, I'll strip that away, and then we can play this removal game. Right?
Could be. Yeah, it's going to take Kolaghan's Command. I think it's for the best. Blooming Marsh into an Inquisition of his own, and we're about to see what our Abzan player is up to.
Wow!
Also,
they're both
lands.
Like... This... Now, alright, here's a question. Do you keep a looser hand, which you're like, alright, this can get there. Like, it's got more lands, I got some stuff I can do, but do I keep a looser hand because I'm playing a friend?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you know what your friend is playing, then you can get away with that. I tend to play like I have no idea what my opponent has, which always burns me in the end because my friends don't do that.
They're like, look, I know what you're playing. Yeah, what do you mean?
So collective brutality is going to come down for Justin. I don't know. I mean, if you don't have anything else to do you just escalate?
Ooh.
Main deck engineered?
Yeah.
For 2? No.
Wait, how did you cast that?
How do you play that engineered? Hello? Hold on, I'm checking my...
Because he paid 2 mana to do Collective Brutality.
Yeah, is he escalating that? How did he... For 0?
You have to...
You have to pay colors for that.
Well, do you, though? Because then you can blow it up and kill all Lingering Souls.
Yo, burballs.
Right? Thank you for the follow. Because can you...
But it's Sunburst.
So I think you still have to pay 1 into it, right? No.
If you don't pay any color into it. So I guess you can. 0 for souls. Okay. That's just X. So yeah, literally.
Yeah, so you're doing... Okay,
Alright,
cool.
alright, okay.
So, and then...
I stand corrected.
Christopher's follow-up is...
Lingering Souls.
Lingering Souls here.
I was going to swing him for 2. Justin's going to drop down to 18. As long as I get some confirmation in chat that is how that works, I am not a judge.
We are not judges. We are not trying to be judges.
Yeah, I just call judges.
That's
all.
yeah.
I know a friend who's a judge.
You had a judge call on you.
I did. It's okay, though, because as bad as it feels to get a warning, I think it was well worth the warning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I understand how it works.
Jaime had a judge called on him, too.
Did he really?
Yeah. Because he missed his...
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Trigger.
But did he get a warning?
They didn't, because he had grabbed the top of his deck and, like, started to pick his card up, but never, like, drew it off his deck, never did anything else. Mm-hmm. So they let him say there was no verbal confirmation about what phase he was in. He started to draw it, and then I was like... Don't forget your trigger! He's like, oh yeah, trigger. I'm like, oh gosh.
Yep.
Stress me out.
Never. Alright, so we saw an Inquisition grab the Tarmogoyf out of Christopher's hand. Mm-hmm. Lingering Souls, I believe, has attacked twice.
So I missed a 16. Dropping him 2. Did he fetch as well, go to 18?
Yeah. And Justin's okay to take a couple hits from the souls to start. Grimflayer is going to come down. I also think... I don't know, man. Well, I guess you probably don't. You want to get rid of that explosives first. Threaten his life total enough and keep that flashback in the yard.
Yeah, because you can know that it's going to go longer and grindier. Because you both are like these mid-rangey decks. So you having at least 2 threats and be like, yeah, eventually you're going to have to blow this up, right?
Alright, so Scavenging Ooze is going to come down. Ooh. And I have a very serious question for you right now.
Okay.
What happens when Justin finally has a creature?
So he's got to have something that affects the board, right? He's got to have his Goyf. He's got to have something like that. But even then, it's like knowing there's paths and stuff still there. It's like, and fatal pushes. Like Christopher is in a pretty good spot. So
I really do appreciate you giving me like the magic answer, but literally I'm only asking: is this creature going to go behind his lands?
Oh, based on where.
I really do appreciate you being honest with me though and giving me the breakdown.
Yeah. That is a really good question.
Push.
I don't know.
Is gonna take care of the Scavenging Ooze.
But we'll take 2 more off the Lingering Souls.
Has he seen a creature yet?
No.
Justin?
He is not.
Abrupt.
Let's blow it up.
Let's get rid of it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll flash it back.
And now, let's flash back our Lingering Souls to make 2 more.
I'm so bad at clear playing. See, I used to be really bad at it too, but now, especially the first couple steps, you know, I'm very decisive about, like, okay, upkeep, draw, move to combat.
Yeah.
Because I
If there was one deck that forced me to do that, it was this Sultai Energy deck.
Yeah, like this.
I'm like, alright, so Siphon a trigger, I'm gonna pay 2 energy and a life, I'm gonna draw
a card for the upkeep.
Draw.
Yeah. Draw for turn.
And then I'm gonna miss my Scarab God trigger and get a warning. The dude was really nice. He was like,
really?
Did you miss your... Yep, going right behind the lands. Okay, got it.
It has been a long time since we've seen this.
Yeah,
Stuff behind lands.
Yep. Here's his own Lily, though. He says plus. And I like... Yeah.
Yeah, 2 at Lily.
That seems fine. He's not applying... are they top decking?
They are. They're in Lily
They're
top
deck mode. Oh, man.
But the thing is, like, Christopher...
Oh, gosh. That feels so bad.
Christopher is, like, in this spot where he can top deck into... He's been top decking into more action.
Yeah.
Right?
And he goes, wait a second. Yeah, I'm gonna cast my
Lingering
Lingering Souls first.
Uptick Liliana.
Yep. Seems
2
fine.
more at your Lily.
Your Lily's about to die.
And then pass turn. No, he's going to flash it back already.
Flash it back. Let's just go ahead and get rid of it before any shenanigans happen. Yo, he's got tokens for days.
He does. He's ready.
I'm impressed.
He came prepared.
Yeah. If he plays the Tarmogoyf, though, either one of them, if they reach for that die, I'm going to be proud.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of his spirit choice for the token?
It's alright. It's alright.
I mean, there's a lot of spirit choices available.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, I think they may have fixed it. It may have slightly been off kilter. Yo, Raging Ravine's not a terrible draw, but it's not what you want.
He says, let's just go to game 2 so I can try to side into something.
Alright, so Christopher is able to take game 1.
Christopher was also on the play.
He was.
But
He had more action.
He had more action. Like, Justin did get flooded out there.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is Christopher had consistent threats with Lingering Souls. Regardless of, hey, you discard this, I discarded off Lily, whatever, I've got that. The main board engineered was really cool, though.
It was. Yes.
Pulse Marasa, or not Pulse Marasa. I love that card, though.
Maelstrom Pulse.
Maelstrom Pulse is great because it takes
right.
all of the named targets. Right, get rid of them all. I really like the Maelstrom Pulse, though.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if you could, like... Could you do a Sultai control in Modern?
People have done it in the past.
I know, that's what I'm wondering. Like, you do get access
I think
to...
Fabiano is known
one.
for a Sultai Modern deck.
Be another reason to get Goyfs, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Now, all the discard gets boarded out, and it gets more grindy. Cool. Okay, so that's true that, like, if he had saved it in his hand and there wasn't any more, like, discard, it would have been like, alright, cast it, flash it back kind of thing, or, things like that, but it's also that because they're friends, they probably know each other's list.
Yeah, Christopher's probably like, alright, I know you got that engineered explosives.
It's in your list somewhere.
Yeah, so if you got it, go ahead and play it. Because I already have what I'm going to do.
Right. Have we had any game 3s tonight? Has it all been 2-0s? Was round 1 game 3? Or was that a 2-0?
No, it was a 2-0. Wait!
No, it was game 3.
That was a game 3.
Yeah, game 1 was really quick. And so, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's why you don't play Friends.
Yeah, that's it.
What's even better is when you give a friend a deck to play and then you play each other.
That's dirty.
Because then you know exactly what's in the list.
That's so...
And the friend might not know exactly what's in the list.
Ladies and gentlemen, scumbag.
That's only happened like once.
You heard it here first.
Maybe twice. I feel like in all the times we've played, it's probably happened at least twice. So, just real quick, though, for about Magic Arena and Magic Online stuff.
I don't know how I feel.
Brennan DeCandio put up a post on Star City talking about it and his thoughts on it and everything. If you guys get a chance, I recommend going over and checking that out. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it either.
I mean, yes, I understand here's an Inquisition of Kozilek. Oh.
Ooh.
Damnation, Siege Rhino, Path.
The only option he can take. Looks like 3 fetch lands in hand.
Like, programming-wise, I understand why they're just doing standard.
Yeah, to start with.
You know, I just really hope that they open it up to the other formats. Because I really feel like they're going to handicap themselves if they just...
Oh, they talked about it more on the coverage of GP Portland, too. Okay. I did not catch... I saw the results. Shahar was able to win it, which is awesome.
Teamer energy. You don't say. Here's a Thoughtseize. What do you think? Rhino? Damnation?
I like taking the Rhino here. I like making him keep the Damnation because Christopher's going to have more creatures, usually, with the Lingering Souls. But it's also dangerous, like, by having him keep the Damnation, it's like you could just have all these Lingering Souls banked up in your graveyard. You'll cast Damnation and then just be like, blah, 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 now I've got a whole field again.
Right.
But he goes for the Rhino here, which I like. And then we'll fetch on the end step down to 19. Pop-Up making a good point in chat. He says he's going to feel bad when he top decks discard spells when both players are sitting in that top deck mode.
Here's a Verdant Catacombs. Christopher's going to go to 18.
Mm-hmm. Okay, which swamp do you like better? Unhinged, Unglued. I don't remember which one's which.
I think I like the Brown Border.
You do?
Yeah.
I like it a lot, too.
It's classier.
Mm-hmm.
Grimflare for Christopher. Justin's going to fetch, go down to 19.
Oh, wait, he thought seized him. I missed the thought seize.
He's actually at
17.
17.
Okay, Unhinged is the full art non-round one. What is a good brand of card sleeves to buy off Amazon? Non-sponsorship here, but I am a big fan of the Dragon Shield. Matted.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing with the matted ones pretty much since our shop offered them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and Winston's also along that line of Dragon Shields. You can get them in almost every color. They're really good. They last pretty long. So you can do. There's been some reviews. I like. The professor did a bunch of reviews on sleeves and stuff like that, but they've definitely done very well for review tests and stuff. Also, what's all this I hear about double sleeving? Do you like double sleeving?
I mean, no.
Okay.
Like, I definitely am a person that doesn't, like, go with the best care for their cards.
Okay.
So double sleeving just seems like a waste of money to me. But, again, I am not probably the person to ask when it comes to the protecting of the investment of their cards.
See, I pretty much only double sleeve Infect.
Sure.
Modern, Legacy, that seems to be... But it's also, I put the most money into those cards. Like, they're all foil for Modern, and, like, Legacy's just expensive. Like, it just seems right to do double sleeve. Plus, it, adds size to your deck, essentially. Your deck's going to be much bigger now because it is double sleeved. But it is better protection, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does make a difference to the way you shuffle. That's correct.
You go from having the size of like a normal deck of cards in Magic to having like a commander-sized deck.
Yeah, so I guess it's also like, do you have big hands? Can you shuffle well with these?
I guess. I mean, it's not great, but it gets the job done.
So Skoos and having a Scavenging Ooze stay alive is huge. Because not only can he eat creatures and gain life, but now this says, hey, those lingering souls that you're trying to keep in your board, not going to matter.
Yeah. I find it kind of... It's a feels bad moment. We've talked about it a couple times already tonight, but he's got that Damnation in hand. And just it's going to suck when you're just like, I have to Damnation
one
this
creature.
Scavenging Ooze.
Yeah.
Justin's got a Pulse in hand. Looks like we're about to see...
Oh, he's also got a Gideon.
Okay, cool. Okay, good.
So what else is he going to eat on the way out, essentially? Because that makes the most sense. Like, if you don't have...
Oh, he's going to eat two things.
Path and Push. Okay.
So, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about a Jund list that runs Goblin Dark Dwellers? Is it worth it? Not worth it?
Are you running Dark Confidant? Because that's the thing. It's like if you're running Dark Confidant, you can't run Goblin Dark Dwellers.
You can't tell me what to do with my life.
That's true. You do you. But I think 5 damage off of a Dark Confidant.
People that run Dark Confidant run Tassiger.
They're crazy. Okay? They're doing it
I'm
wrong.
just saying. It's you can't tell them how to live their life. You can't tell me how to live my life.
You do you. I like it as just a nice little surprise. I get to cast something.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's going to be a removal spell when you cast it, and you have a 4/4 menace creature. So like,
bad beats.
Like it's pretty good. Ooh, there's a Damnation.
Yeah.
On one creature.
On a Scavenging Ooze that was a 2/2, I believe.
Yeah. So Liliana the Last Hope. Are you a fan of like All Veil?
No,
3/1,
no,
2/2.
I think it's like a 3/1.
Okay.
Right, like the Liliana, the Last Hope is cool, but you're not necessarily doing. I mean, in this sort of matchup, you may be getting to that point where you're like, all right, well, what the heck does this card do at the end? You know, I've sat here for 4 or 5 turns. I've gained loyalty. What are we looking for?
Did he attack with his Skoos any? Because I didn't calculate that.
I don't believe so.
He should have Damnation the first time they would have Decay. Wow, tied it up.
Game.
So Christopher went first. Game 1, he won. Justin went first.
Mm-hmm.
Game 2, and he won.
I think that was very circumstantial.
Okay.
I think
it was also 2 very different games.
Yeah, Justin's hand in Game 1 was basically non-existent compared to Christopher's.
Yeah.
So if they both keep a semi-decent hand, where they have the removal, they have the cards that they want to play, it becomes a very, very grindy game, like we talked about. But if one side is favored over the other, I think that they're just going to win.
That makes sense. So Justin double-checking his sideboard again. just checking it out, making sure he didn't forget anything that could be beneficial here.
Sure. Yo, Wilson, take it easy. Rest well.
Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Thank you again for the follow.
So, would you rather play against your friend that like you traveled to a tournament with early in the tournament or the last round of a tournament?
Early.
Okay.
Because you get to that point where if you're playing at the end, it's down to one or the other. You know? And nobody wants to be in that position.
Yeah. Are these guys not playing Bob? I don't know if they are playing him. That's a good question. I mean, it would... Some lists, like... Mainly the Jun list would be running it. Because, like, the 4 damage off of... the Siege Rhino would hurt, or Gideon would hurt. Immediately takes that push.
Yo, Gregor the Nerd, thank you so much for the follow.
Thank you. So it looks like
Souls?
Lingering Souls, Path to Exile, Tireless Tracker in the middle.
Yeah,
couldn't
Tireless
see those
Tracker.
other two though.
So here's the deal.
Okay.
If you only have one creature, sure, I get it. Take the push. I don't know if I want 4 tokens. You know what I... Okay.
But now he can decide, you know...
But see, it feels worse now. It feels worse.
Oh. Christopher kept a 1-lander.
Oh, see, that's not
Looks
good.
like 2 Goyfs on the side there. Lily, Lingering, Path.
Here's hoping he never draws a land.
Oh. Yeah.
He's going to go to 18 off of that. Didn't draw a land. This is real feels bad. Dark Confidant, there he is. Catacombs.
Knew he'd show up eventually.
He's going to go to 17. Christopher's still not drawing a land.
You're a fan of the newer art, Dark Confidant, right?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. He looks like somebody that I would confide in, but it's probably a bad idea.
Okay.
You know,
right, yeah.
like a Dark Confidant would.
Like a Dark Confidant would.
Mm-hmm.
This guy over here,
yeah.
You're like...
Nah, he just doesn't seem very sketchy.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, taking 3.
Alright, well, that's why you Goblin Dark Dwellers. Look at that. This is what you're doing. You're risking it for the biscuit, as they call it. Christopher's going down to 18. Oh.
Bring the beats.
This is where I... Oh, Kalidas, Trader of Gets.
Got there.
Alright, we're back in it. We're back in it.
Path that all day.
Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, we drew a Marsh Flats. Get us back in this game.
Better get that Temple Garden.
Absolutely. There it is. Adios, Kalidas.
Oh, that's perfect. Found a small card shop 32 minutes away, and they're going to be doing casual stuff all day on Black Friday. That's awesome.
Decay gets rid of the Dark Confidant. That doesn't feel as good.
Huh.
I didn't see what he drew, though. Because Kalidas is gonna... It's a 3, right?
3/4, yeah.
Yep, so 12. He's got lifelink?
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's a Goyf.
It's like we have a die.
There it is!
Hey!
5/6. There we go. Get rid of him. Let's fetch. On down to 16. Double fetch. Down to 15. Now we can activate that Raging Ravine.
Yeah, this is
Activate.
tough.
9 damage.
Oh.
Well, better hope you
Land?
draw your Simian Spirit
Oh
Guide.
boy, we're going to town now. We're at 2. Oh, I was gonna say kill myself.
Yes.
Kill myself.
How does mana work? Does it operate separately from land? Yes. Like, in the sense of, like, Desperate Ritual, you get 3 red mana, right? You just get, like, a mana pool full of mana, essentially. And it goes away when you basically shift phases, right? Main phase to combat. If you still have any mana left in your mana pool, it empties.
I still had all these!
Still had all these. Look at that. So, we were talking about how the Abzan player had the advantage because of Lingering Souls and stuff like that, but when you keep a one-lander, I don't like it.
No, I don't think you ever keep a one-lander in a deck like Junk
where you have
or
like
Jund.
4 drops in it, and like
you definitely want to be able to play all of your spells at the right time.
Do you think part of that came down to I'm playing my friend, I don't care as much?
Maybe.
And like, meh, I'll get there.
Yeah.
Like one of those just, whatever.
Yeah.
This is good.
It could be. It could be. I do think that we could, if he had drawn it up, right, like we've learned, just draw what you need.
Yeah.
Like if he had figured that one out, Christopher, I think he could have punished.
Based on what he had going.
Justin based on his pick off of that Inquisition.
Yeah.
I did not like taking the push over taking the souls. I think you definitely take the souls.
The waste, stuff like that.
Yeah, because like you're...
But I do like knowing that his opponent's on 1 land. Because that's his only play.
I guess.
So it's like if you sit there and go, okay, this is his only play...
How many decks do a Jund or Abzan list run normally?
How many lands there?
Yeah. Like what, 23? 24 maybe? 22, 23?
Maybe 22, 23.
Okay. So chances are you're going to draw land.
It's pretty high.
It's pretty high. So, I don't know. You know, it's just me. What do I know? I don't play Magic. I just talk about it.
I make you play.
Yeah, 24.
Okay. There you go.
There it is.
So...
Probably has to be more if you're playing 3-color.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could probably shave down if you're doing 2 colors.
Yeah.
Alright, 24 if you're playing Tracker for sure. Okay. That makes sense. You know, you want to have those more land drops, get more clues, that sort of thing.
It's definitely a great card.
Cool. We only had 4 rounds tonight.
We did.
It's quick and easy. You know, the more players that come out on Tuesday, the more rounds that we end up getting. 4 rounds, that just means it'll affect players' point totals when it comes to the 10 weeks, right? If people are calculating their seasons out and going, well, I can miss this week, right? I can miss that week, that's fine. But if you're missing the weeks that have 5 rounds and you're only showing up for the 4, you're basically losing out on 3 points every single week. You know, there is some weird factors going into it, but for those that maybe are tuning in and don't know what we do here, besides just cover Modern, we do have a 10-week long season that we do for Magic the Gathering, for our Modern tournament that we do, and we keep track of every player's points, and then at the end of those 10 weeks, whoever has the most points out of top 8 players gets to play in an invitational. When it gets to be about week 7, week 8, we're going to show the points for you guys so you guys can get an idea, because that's when it really starts mattering. Like these early weeks, it's like it's all very close, you know, very back and forth. Spots are fluctuating like every single week. But as it comes down to it, like that, you know, 7, 8 is really that split of, okay, here's clearly our top 10, top 12.
Yeah. who's going to be battling for those like 6th, 7th, 8th spots?
Yeah, it always comes down to those last few spots of who makes it in, kind of thing.
Yep. I think that's all I got.
Yeah. So for those that also aren't familiar with us, if you guys like what we do, you can check us out. Twitter. Brett, of course, does all his variety streaming, and I'm losing my voice again. So why don't you talk about your variety streaming stuff?
Oh yeah, I mean it's, I just play lots of video games, hang out with everyone. I mean that's pretty much it. I occasionally speedrun.
Occasionally, yeah.
Occasionally. I think that the Magic streaming is definitely it's like separate. Like it's two different worlds.
Exactly.
I like being able to be on Twitch.
Yeah.
All the time, but it's definitely two separate worlds when you boil it down. But I mean, like you, my friend, do a lot more than just do Magic.
So I do the live coverage stuff that we see here, and then I've been doing like meta breakdown stuff for Magic on YouTube. Like if you guys want to see that stuff. But then I did an Iron Man WoW challenge that I've recorded stuff up, and I'm going to chop that stuff up. I play a lot of other games and stuff. I haven't been doing as much streaming like Brett has, but I might be changing that soon. Even just like little couple-hour streams here and there, like just to add more stuff. It's just like I'm playing the games anyway. Like
that's a good philosophy to have.
That's the way I'm like.
Yeah, that's a good philosophy to have.
If I'm just going to be sitting there playing games, why not just also stream it up too?
Yeah.
So,
if you guys are interested though. Speaking of things that Nan does, we did some vlog of the Team Constructed event this weekend when we went to Baltimore. So if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned. Are you going to be putting it on the Modern Magic Mondays YouTube channel, or are you going to be putting it on your channel?
It'll be up on my channel.
Okay, so be sure
But we will broadcast it up on Monday before Modern Magic Monday starts.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do it that way. So you'll have that chance to watch it if you tune in early for Modern Magic Mondays. Because usually we broadcast up around like 6, and it's just music. But sometimes we put up videos and stuff for you guys to enjoy. So
sweet. All right, guys. We'll have a fantastic Thanksgiving if you are in America and you are celebrating that. If you're not, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
To everyone. But that's going to do it for us. And we will have week number 6 up next Monday at 6:30 p.m. over here at twitch.tv/Modern Magic Mondays. I get it confused because of Twitter, which is at Modern Mondays.
Damn. More you know.
Yo, take it easy, Doodler.
Bye, guys. Y'all are awesome. See you next week.